Yeah, man. Let's kill that bass head. Alright, let's do this.
I'm on the air, we got this pockets flow. It's me and Tony on the mics, we gotta let you know of current events, little gaming, sprinkling some entertainment. We stay humble, but our moms still think we're famous. Turn up the bass and baby, maybe let that magic flow. Our spoken word is all the things you really wanna know. Having a good time on the show, T-Bows and Matty G. Tune in and hit subscribe and join us on the FAP.
Welcome everyone to the Freaking Awesome Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Bowes. Today's episode has been brought to you by CR Sabers. For all your lightsaber needs and cosplay ideas, make sure you check out CR Sabers. We'll make sure we run a little bit of ticker tape throughout the show. But before we get going too much further, I want to introduce today's guest, which is, in my opinion, in the music industry as a royalty, amongst all the other rap and hip hop artists, the unsung heroes, in my opinion, the DJs. Today we have got live with us Chris the Glove Taylor. Chris, how are you doing today?
Man, I'm doing absolutely fabulous. I got my buddies with me, a film crew that you wouldn't believe.
Excellent. Well, we're going to say a quick hi to all the guys in the car. I'm so glad that you can all join us, and hopefully we all have a little bit. Oh, look at this. This is fantastic. The whole crew's coming along. So amazing, guys. How are we all doing?
Oh, and you're on camera too, by the way.
Excellent. That's good. That's all right. I'm okay with that. So it's unfortunately, once you get into the podcast industry, you lose all shame. So so it's a good thing I'm wearing pants today and I'm keeping the camera above. So when they say in this industry, you got a face for radio. So
Absolutely.
Yep. So Chris, of course, is taking a little bit of time out of his day. He's on the road and moving between locations. Of course, because we are Canadian and we are pro cannabis. Chris, what are you smoking today?
I'm smoking Sweets, man. This is a California legal cannabis brand, a tobacco-free blunt with a glass tip. Let me see where the camera is. See? Glass. And smooth. It's like these are cocktails. What they are I mix different flavors of cannabis and create a cocktail. So it's not sativa or indica, it's both.
Okay.
And we mix crystalline with it, which you know as diamonds.
Yes.
For all the dabbers out there. They like to smoke it from this way. They smoke ours this way.
They do it the opposite way. So this is, as you're saying, this is your own brand.
Yes, absolutely. I have a partner, Mr. Sweets, Chris Thomas, and we are a social equity brand, and we operate out of a license in Los Angeles, and we are one of very few owners in the California cannabis industry.
It's amazing. It's come a long way, right? I mean, you're here. You were looking at a substance nowadays that used to get a lot of people in trouble for what now seems like an absolutely ridiculous reason. And a lot of areas, at least in the U.S. I mean, Canada, of course, we're fully open up here, but the U.S. is finally joining us, and things are. I think there's a lot more happy people. I mean, I think they're even showing the amount of crime and everything has just plummeted, right? So it's just amazing.
You got me?
Oh, yep. I think you must have been hitting a bit of a low spot there.
Yeah, I must have moved.
Yeah.
Maybe the things are moving. You can hear me still, right?
Yep. Yeah, I got you now.
Oh, the earth moves. That's right. I forgot. So yeah, we move. So yes, sir, man. It's Sweets, bro. That's what we do, man. Keep these cocktails rolling.
That's amazing. Yeah. So it's I always find it amazing when society kind of removes a little bit of those shackles off people, right? Just the change that it can make.
Man, I agree, man. Like this is like prohibition with alcohol. Like it's all new. So people don't even know what weed is. They don't even know what it is.
That's right.
I want some
They're
weed.
only starting to. That's right.
What is it? I don't know, but I want some.
I don't know, but I want it.
Yeah, so we got to teach them what it is, how to buy it, how to break it up, how to roll it, and then how to be sativa or indica with it. Like, let's get to that.
That's right. That's right. You know, it was funny. I was having a conversation with Tommy Chong, and we were talking about how he was really big in the pot movement up here in Canada, and then moved down to the U.S. and was really trying to advocate to say, "Listen, guys, you need to loosen up around here." So it's quite a fun guy, very interesting, but such an amazing advocate for the pot industry.
Oh yeah, bro. Since the early '70s, he was like, "Fuck that, we smoking in movies."
I know, it's great.
That's
one of the
like
funniest.
Us. We said, "Fuck that, we're gonna make a record and take it all over the world." You know, we always got in trouble for taking weed into countries.
Nowadays, it's funny because you have people leaving Canada get in trouble for taking it out. So
yeah, but we were the ones who the only weed was good enough to take places. Like California weed, yes. The rest of the weed, we can buy it there. We can go to Amsterdam and get that shit, but you can't get this there.
It's
Those
true.
came on one of our planes, bro. I guarantee that.
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk the music industry here, man. I mean, you have been rubbing elbows with so many of the greats over times. Of course, a lot of people know about Dre, and they know everything about Ice-T. A little bit of Quincy Jones in there. So why don't you kind of educate a few of our people? Let us know some of the other people that you've been involved with. I know you've got quite a repertoire, and that's one of the things about DJs, because, like I said, they're kind of like the unsung heroes of the music industry, right? I never find DJs are getting their comeuppance like they used to.
Yeah, not DJs that play records.
Yeah,
these other guys that say they're DJs and have records like Calvin Harris and these guys, they get all the love. They're pop stars. Man, I really like it out here, man. I like softball players. I've worked with George Michael. I worked with a girl named Taylor Dane. You might not know.
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah.
I worked with her. I worked with Patty Austin, which was with Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
And then I've worked with other people that are more known, like Exhibit and the Dre and the Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, King T, Nas, Foxy Brown. A lot of those.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it's been fun. I got to put some things away to rest. Like, for instance, people say Foxy Brown didn't write lyrics, but I watched her write lyrics with pen. It was a shark, actually, and you could hear it on the mic. Like, I'm like, she's writing her lyrics, Dre. She's writing her lyrics. You don't write them lyrics. Them is Nas. Dre did not say that. I'm just saying. So, I'll tell you what. This is a very cool thing I like to tell people. I smoked a joint with. I had two great circles. One was Eddie Murphy, Chris Tucker, and Dr. Dre, and Gary Gray. And the other one was, I'm waiting to see if that car gonna hit us. Okay. The other
that would be a horrible part of the interview.
Hey, we got all these cameras going too. The other was Bruce Springsteen, Stevie Nicks, Tom Petty, rest in peace.
Oh man.
Dr. Dre at Jimmy Iovine's birthday party, his 50th birthday party, with the Godfather playing in the background with a solo violinist.
That's amazing.
That day I was like, doo, 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 doo. Here you go, Bruce. I was Snoop. I was the guy, so it was Snoop and me who did all the weed smoking.
Yeah.
I was like the unknown Snoop. I was the one doing them circles. So.
Amazing. What a great that like you said, those two big circles, that big players in there, and again, like this is it's really funny in this day and age, especially when I talk to what I call kind of like the old school artists, because I mean, you have to look at a lot of today's music and how much of it is based off of what you and your generation were creating, right? And man, I say that because I make myself sound old. I'm in that same generation. Don't worry. But
mine is all gray.
I seem to be hiding it really well. I still have enough dark that's kind of blocking it in. But
But you're good though. You're 80s baby. You in there.
Yeah, well, I'm a 70s kid, but I mean, I lived all through the 80s and 90s, and still, in my opinion, is still the best music out there. In fact, I feel all original music ceased after the 90s. And
you know what? And that's our fault. Not all. You got guys like John Mayer and Adele and that kind of stuff. But basically, all the pop music was just 4 chords rehashed 3 different ways.
That's right. Have you looked up online? There's a video. It's an Australian group.
Things like 32 songs off the same pattern.
The same 4 chords. Exactly.
All
and they're all hits. The all hits come from these same 4 chords.
Jackson songs are in there. It's just crazy. I've seen that.
There must be some magic in those 4 chords, right?
It's all it's all alchemy and magic with music. Yeah, it's nothing but. I'm gonna go, because if I go in there, you're gonna be talking about that. Let's talk about if you hear a song, you can not only remember it, it'll encapsulate the whole time frame. You don't just remember the song, you remember the smell, the taste, the time, the what your mom's mood was.
It's amazing, right? I mean, this is the one thing I love about the music industry is it's unlike everything else out there. I mean, you can think of a movie, but a movie will only make you think of the lines and makes you think of the actors. It might make you think of special effects, but music brings everything together. Like you said, you remember the smells, you remember what like the 80s and the 90s were like. You remember hairstyles, you remember fashion, you remember like, you know, the grit of the buildings and everything. And it's so amazing, the things that music brings out in people.
That's because when you're watching a movie, you're focused on watching the movie. When you listen to the music, you're making a movie.
It's right. It's right. And I even said this to a couple of weeks ago. I was talking to someone, and you know, I had said that this was a great movie, but I feel like it's the music that made the movie. Like if you look at even the most melodramatic part of a movie or something like that, or someone dies, it's not until the music that kicks in do you actually start feeling like that tear starting to want to come down out of your eye.
The music tells you how to feel.
Yeah. Yeah. So
as soon as you hear that sound, you know, oh shit, they're going down a dark alley. Or oh shit, the dude's wife is coming home. Or oh no, you can hear the drama, you can hear, oh, they're so happy, or oh, this is sad, it's somber, it's melancholy, or sad. Those are all different emotions. I had to learn in genreing, I had to learn how many thousands of genres there are. And the one I hate the most, which I do love, is what's the difference between emo and Americano? Like Americana and emo, it's the same shit.
Yeah. Well, don't even get me started with the emo. I've got so many gripes about that. Yeah. I'm into a new thing now, man. We're making content and we're gonna sell them direct to customer through the NFT world. Okay, excellent. We actually just had Stacy Toy, which I believe you know Stacy, and we had NFT drop on the show a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was my folks. I got a deal. Yeah, Gil, Stacy, even Rod over there. He's the CTO at NFT Drop. Shout out to my folks.
Yeah. Big fan. Stacy, Gil, and Rod. We actually met all 3 of them, and it was wonderful having them on the show. Really opened my eyes to the NFT world. I mean, it was one of those things that I was really trying to like. I understood the concept, but at the same time, like it was like one of those concepts like. But why or what, how? And it really kind of made the gears turn in my head trying to think out what exactly they were talking about. So it was pretty cool.
You stopped talking when I had the blunt in my mouth. That's just cold.
I was letting everybody savor what you were doing.
Yeah, I was hitting this bad boy like, yeah.
You know, it's like when you watch someone eating the best food or a pizza in the world. You know, it's one of those things you're like, my God, that looks good.
Walk it there, y'all, if you want to. Or let's go in there and get some food and keep it moving. We're gonna keep everything moving as we talk. I was just telling my guys they were all super quiet and being such good students.
Well, that's okay. We always appreciate it, and it's always nice when we actually get to see the real life of it. You know, it's not everybody who gets to sit home and do their own thing. I mean, especially in this day and age, now that COVID's kind of relaxing up and people can kind of get out and move and do their work again. So, man,
we hitting the road, bro. We got to keep it moving.
Yeah, for sure.
And now we can see people again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to have a conversation without a mask.
I know, right? We don't even see anyone with a mask, but this Orange County, we never wear masks anyway.
Oh, okay. Well,
about a mask. Nobody, you know, whatever, bro. You're gonna get sick anyway. You're gonna get sick. If not, you're not. If you're
Yeah.
gonna live, if you're gonna die, you're gonna die. Don't blame
Just
COVID.
That's right. I think it's one of those things that nowadays, if you wanted to pass about a blunt or something, people might be a little bit more hesitant now.
Yeah, I like the politeness, the 6 feet. People don't cough in your face. Although that's great, you know, they separate. But it's going back to being regular assholes. So it was not.
It was a little polite there for a while, wasn't it?
Earth needed a break for a while, but it worked out.
Yep, it's all back again for sure. For sure. So I wanted to ask you again. So from someone in the music industry and someone who's been in for a really long time, what do you find? What do you hear with music today that, like, is there anything out there that's even inspirational for you as an artist nowadays? Or is it like we had said, where it's kind of just like, you know, we're all listening to today's music and they're kind of hashing in 80s and 90s backbeats and tunes and everything, or even just direct songs that are being remade?
Well, I'll tell you, yeah, of course I'm inspired by new music, old music. Look, I didn't like all the music that came out when I was making music. I didn't like all the music I made. How can I not like what's new or what's happening? But I'll tell you, the thing is, I like the fact that, so basically the problem with music is really kind of our fault. So we got inspired by old music, old group records. So then we became sampling and we took that. And so the people listen to us, it's diluted. They didn't get the source. They got, so the 90s, we cut off, like the Catholic Church came in and took all churches. All churches are the Catholic Church. Whatever you think, they all go to the Catholic Church. 700 AD, they just take over all churches.
Yeah.
All the churches that spawned after that are that. So
just spin-offs, yeah.
It's all that. So music is just bad. We came across with the sampling and started changing them, and it's some bad ones, and people think they're good, and they copy that. Sometimes you're sampling a bad sample.
Yeah, it's true.
Full responsibility for the position that people take mostly with music today. It's all my fault. They listen to us now. Mm-hmm. They skip us and go back, and their music will sound like ours.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I do like quite a few new art. I love this Young Thug. I believe is one of the most creative talents. I want to do a blues album on Young Thug. That's what I want to do. Yeah. And I discovered Dead and Company, so I want to do something with them.
Okay, that'd be really cool. So
Dead and Company.
Is there, so like they're your top kind of choice of artists if you had a chance to do a collaboration or something? They'd be your two?
If I had a chance to do a collaboration right now, okay, so let's do this. I would say musically, I would do John Mayer and Dead. Then I would do rap. I would produce probably somebody out of Birmingham.
Out of Birmingham.
Yeah. And then for music, I would produce Georgia Smith or Kylie. Those are my ones. These people are so spectacular and special. Like Snoop. Like we developed artists. I don't really work with artists. We do new artists, but I have worked with a few, that we were helping to break. We broke those guys. They weren't big stars. They were stars because we worked together. So, they must know we here, bro. We gotta go.
Quick, back in the van.
Let me have the combo, the deluxe, spicy deluxe combo. That's the one with lettuce and tomato, right?
This is amazing. This is one of those moments where you actually get to see what people are really doing on a Thursday evening. Chris is out getting something to eat.
Yeah, you got it, baby. And whatever, I got it. They pay for the gas. I'm gonna pay for the food.
This is great. We always tell a lot of our listeners and our viewers out there,
it's a large lemonade.
It's always good to see what celebrities do in their real life, and it's never been as real as right now, where actually Chris is out ordering it at a fast food place.
Everybody at Chick-fil-A say what's up. That's what we do.
Hey, there we go. Big shout out to Chick-fil-A. You know what? I have been down stateside many times, and I have still yet a chance to get to a Chick-fil-A. There was one day where I actually rolled up to their drive-thru. It was super late at night, and they had just closed. And I was super excited because I was finally going to get to try a Chick-fil-A. They had just closed. I was really upset.
Yeah, man, but their lemonade is to die for.
Really?
Yeah, and they use cane sugar.
Oh, so it's the real deal down there.
Yeah.
So
It daily. I usually
that's
buy.
cool. Have you ever had the Arnold Palmer?
Oh, that was something that we created. I hate that it's called on. We used to have to order lemonade and iced tea. I was born in the '60s.
So you were doing it before Arnold Palmer, and he's got his face on the damn drink jug, and it should be you.
He's a little older, but we were doing it at the same time, bro. He was in golf. We was in nightclubs.
Yeah.
I drink alcohol. I drink iced tea and lemonade because I don't feel like putting sugar in iced tea or lemon.
Yes.
That.
You know,
Here-
I
Or with the name. He's
I actually find it the most refreshing drink you're ever going to come across, because I mean, lemonade I find always leaves you thirsty, but the iced tea takes care of that. So
iced tea and lemonade is the most fabulous drink that you can get here. Everybody orders. You get a drink order?
For sure.
that's right. Like iced tea and lemonade for all.
Right, exactly. Everybody get iced tea and lemonade. Lemonade. Oh, they gonna give them my no ice.
Amazing.
Trick.
No, you don't want to dilute it.
Ice, and then they give you a little bit of lemonade. Me and Will both love lemonade. I heard that he drank lemonade so much he didn't even drink water.
Really? That's crazy. So what do we got? What do we just got? Just want to double check the time because I want to make sure that we've got enough time to do our questions, because I'm kind of excited to do these ones. No, we're still good. So I do want to I want to ask you another question here, and again, you know, this is a little bit of the music industry, and I always try to make sure I ask questions that, you know, you're not always going to hear, because I'm sure you've had everybody asking you about Dre, everybody asking you about Ice-T, and that they're not who this interview's about. So
Those are the people about. They're not
Yeah.
supposed to talk about me. I'm secret.
Yes. Well, I mean, you know, you've done a lot of you know, ghost productions for these guys and stuff, and so again, not without talking about them and not about you know, feelings or anything, but I guess what I'm always interested in, especially in that style of production, is how does that feel when you've got someone who, you know, you've put a lot of work into this, and then you're not essentially getting the credit on it. Like, to me, that would kind of drive me nuts.
Well, I didn't hear the last thing you said. We waiting on food, right? What was the last line?
Oh, I was just saying, to me, that would kind of drive me nuts.
Oh yeah, no, this is the thing. It was completely unintentional. I found out I was a ghost after I didn't see the credits.
Oh my God.
You know, big people like Suge Knight, they're massive in size. Like, I'm 6'6". He wasn't that much bigger as far as he was wide. He was twice as wide as me. To me. So I was like, I'm not ever gonna fight him.
No, Suge Knight is a big man.
Up with no credit
Yeah.
on a bunch. And then I got songs like that I did. I did this song with my man Dr. Dre. It's called Explosive, right? So I did the whole track, the beat, put the keyboards, came up with the way that the drums flip. I did all of that, right? I was like, look, something like this, and I just did like a tutorial and made that beat. So then I hear a record with Kanye West talking about how his career wasn't taking off, and so he took Explosive and he got inspired and took the drums from Explosive and made 9 songs that went platinum. He also has the sample credit on all of them. Like H to the Izzo, that's Explosive.
Yeah.
He thought Dre wrote that, but I wrote that.
Oh, man.
He doesn't know that he's giving credit where credit is partially due.
So in this and this is one of the things I was very curious, because I mean, like, we had talked about how, you know, you've got samples from 80s and 90s that are showing up in today's music and stuff. At what point, I mean, do you either have to get credit and or some type of payment for this, because essentially he's using your stuff.
Well, it's not that. I mean, this is the way it works. There's some issues with the way the paperwork was or whatever, lost in the mail. There's no animosity or nothing. I mean, it was. But now it's like, whatever. I feel like, you know what? I'm going to just get my money in the NFT world.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I guess at the same time, it's quite an honor when you see your music popping up in everybody else's stuff, right? I mean, that's because someone out there recognized how sweet that track was.
I tell you what else is very cool. When people love a song in front of you and they don't know that you wrote it, they really love it.
Yeah,
Like, great song is dope. And I'll be like, you like that? Yeah. And I just will sit back and be like, that's dope. Because you could get feelings. I used to, so I found the positive in that. Once it started happened about 5 times. Once it started, I decided to find the good in it. So it was the fact that I'm dope. They just put another name on it. It's me. Yeah. So I just realized that I was dope, and I just kept it pushing.
And that's really crazy because, as I was saying earlier, like the DJs are kind of that unsung hero of the music industry. And here you truly are that unsung hero where your music continues to pop back and forth. I'm going to continue talking. I'm not sure if he's actually in shot, but you are still very humble about it, all things considered, and were there to be a lot of people out there who would be, ringing fire bells and saying, whoa, I got to get the respect for that.
I mean, you know what? I get respect because I'm 6'6" and I'm polite. I'm going to be rude. I'm not going to talk crazy to you. It's all good. Like, so I'm from the hip hop era I'm a battle DJ. So I'm that guy that we're the best for sure. But I learned that everybody's the best. All of us have our own individual universes, and in each of our universes, we're the shit. We're dope. We're it. And whatever you say don't matter. And so I choose to honor that in all people. All people have God, and they all have their ideas and their everything. What you believe to be true is true. Just because I don't believe it doesn't mean it's not true. Like, people see spaceships. I didn't see it, but that don't mean that it ain't real. How the hell do I know? I haven't seen everything.
It's true.
Yeah, it's like, look, man, people got to live and let live. So I just choose to lead with love and not judge. Hopefully people don't judge me. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. Because Jesus, hey, I know a law. If you guys just treat people good, then they'll treat you good. Damn, dude, you're dope as hell.
Yeah.
Me, a cleanser to clean my hands before I ate. Look, this is Ruby, y'all. Y'all got to see Ruby right there. That dude is the greatest. And then you got LA Spike Lee Rich.
How's it going, dude?
There you go. This crew is about to make TV shows and films and movies and music videos and documentaries, but not like the traditional. All the stuff you're going to see from us has not been done.
All right. Can you give us a little sneak peek into what's to come?
So right now we're on a break, but we're going to film. We're doing this music video and short documentary film about my time with Death Row at Cahuenga Boulevard in that building. Because a lot happened there. Suge ended up doing 9 years for something that happened in there. So, I'm going to do just a little excerpt of the Death Row Tales. We're filming that. And it's just me talking to younger people, telling them about what we did.
Okay.
Shot very stylishly, and the way we get down. So that's one thing. I got a dating show called The Dating Game with Chris Glove. It's a cooking show. So 3 contestants try to compete to make the perfect date night. But when we make the food, we cook together.
That's pretty cool. I like that. I mean, and again, not to make myself old, but I remember the original Dating Game. And I don't know if you actually knew, but there was an episode of the Dating Game that's really funny because I remember when I was young, and one of those guys that was on the Dating Game actually was a serial killer. Yeah. I'll see if I can find the original name of the guy, but he was like a photographer or something. And in the end, it turned out that he had actually killed 10 women, and the woman that he was on a date actually turned him down. So there was probably a good chance that it saved her life.
Wow.
Yeah. So
he was one of the bachelors.
Yes.
Wow, bro.
That's crazy, eh? So,
you know what? Every day, you learn something that changes everything that you thought the day before.
Yeah. It was really funny because I mean, again, here's like one of those old, what I thought was kind of like wholesome game shows. It's like the Newlyweds, right? And I actually wish the Newlyweds would come back with today's people, because I actually feel like a lot of partners really don't know their partners very well. So it would be really cool to bring that show back.
Nah, that's very dope, bro. Love American Style too.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna just do it in a different way, man. The variety show will be back.
Yes, that'd be really cool. I haven't seen that anything like that in ages. So
yeah, man. Yeah, cool. It's you, man. Really. What other questions you got?
Okay, so I actually have a really fun little game here. The two of us are going to answer the hip hop classic rap knowledge. So this is 20 questions. I have never even looked at this. I just had come across it and said, you know what, this could be fun. Let's see what Chris knows.
Let's go.
All right, let's start the quiz. Oh man, you're gonna get this one right away. Snoop Dogg is an American artist, musician, songwriter, and businessman. He rose to the prominence in 1992 as a featured artist on Dre's debut solo track. But what was the name of his own debut album? Was it The Last Meal, Doggy Style, I Want to Thank Me, or High?
Doggy Style.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go with that as well. I even know that about Snoop. And we are both correct. All right. Let's go on to question number 2. She was well recognized as a member of the Fugees, and for her critically acclaimed debut album, which one of the best-selling albums of all time? She was
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill. Well, as Lauryn Hill is one of the answers, I'm going to say that as well, and we're both correct. All right. Two for two. This is great. This recording label was phenomenon in the world of hip hop. It launched multi-platinum hip hop artists in the West Coast.
Well,
which one?
Go ahead.
Okay, it was albums by West Coast artists such as Tupac, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and at its height, the label earned over $100 million a year. Was it Aftermath Entertainment, Interscope Records, Ruthless Records, or Death Row Records? There we go. He doesn't even have to say it. You are correct. All right, on to the next. Be Real, DJ Muggs, Sendog, and Eric Bobo are the 4 main members of what 90s group? Sorry, you said which one?
Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill. All right. Oh my God, look at this. He's killing it. Christopher Wallace has often been named the greatest rapper ever lived.
B.I.G.
Open. No. So it is, but how old was Biggie when he died? Was he 28, 22, 27, or 24?
He was 24.
24. I think he is 24 as well. Yes. All right. Ali Shahad Muhammad is one of the most prominent names in hip-hop. His 90s rap band was heavily influenced by jazz and was quite revolutionary. What was it called?
What was the name? I didn't hear you.
His name was Ali Shahid Muhammad.
And they're asking what's the name of his group?
Yep, it was
Tribe
it. You said Tribe Called Quest? You are correct. Man, I don't know. I feel like I should have chosen a harder quiz, but you're doing great. All right. Keep Their Heads Ringing is a song by a famous American rapper / producer. The song was featured in a soundtrack of the film Friday. Who performed the song? Snoop Dogg, Eazy-E's, Dr. Dre, or Ice Cube?
I'll let you go first.
I think that was Ice Cube.
Okay, I picked Dr. Dre.
You picked Dr. Dre. Oh, you were right. All right, you're one up on me now.
Well, that's one of my songs. Keep Your Heads Ringing.
Man, I should have known.
Unfair advantage.
It's true. Well, you know what? That's okay. That means you've got the experience behind it. All right, the next question, number 8. Cream was possibly the most iconic song of the 90s, sung by the Wu-Tang Clan, and was
Right.
produced by their leader RZA. The song earned widespread acclaim from the music critics, in many describing it as the album's strongest track. Do you know what Cream stands for?
Cream. Yes, I do. It means.
Now, I can give you the options.
Give them to me.
Okay. It doesn't mean anything. B, it says cash ruins everything around me. C, cash rules everything around me. D, it's slang for being in prison.
C.
C, cash rules everything around me. I'm going to say that as well. You are correct. All right. Spike Lee's film Do the Right Thing delves into the shimmering racial tensions in... Sorry, what's that?
I'm talking about food. I gotta get you. Okay, so I got that. Okay, so all right, question.
Okay. Spike Lee's film Do the Right Thing delves into the simmering racial tensions in Brooklyn neighborhood. What famous rap song is part of the film's soundtrack? Is it A, Fight the Power, B, Fuck the Police, C, Nothing But a G Thing, or D, Juicy?
So I got a story about that.
Oh, all right.
So on the scene where they play Fight the Power, the girl that's dancing in the scene, Rosie Perez, I took her to the club that night, and that's the night she met Spike Lee. She had on a blue rubber suit. We saw her, said, "You need to be in my movie." She used to be my go-go dancer. Rosie Perez was with me at Oscars and met Spike Lee, and that's how she got work. So
that's amazing.
Fight the Power.
Fight the Power it is. Wow.
I didn't work on the song, but I had to do with that, what I told you.
That's amazing. Oh, my God. Okay. It's All About the Benjamins is a famous song by American rapper Puff Daddy. The term Benjamin refers to the illustration of Benjamin Franklin on a $100 note. What famous rapper used the same slang in his debut album? Was it A, Jay-Z, B, the Notorious B.I.G., C, Tupac, or D, Eminem?
What was A?
A is Jay-Z.
And the question is, who used All About the Benjamins as well?
That's right. Yeah. On their debut album.
On their debut album?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess Jay-Z. I have no fucking idea.
You know what? I'm gonna say Jay-Z as well because I'm gonna go Jay-Z. Oh, we're both wrong. It was let's see.
I do.
Oh, Notorious B.I.G.
Oh, he had one there called All About the Benjamins?
Yep. It's All About the Benjamins, the extremely influential song featuring the slang phrases never heard before. The song inspired the Notorious B.I.G. on his debut album, Ready to Die. Oh, there we go. Well, we both got that wrong. Damn.
All About the Benjamins came out. Oh, you're right. Wait, Ready to Die is the second album.
Yes. Oh, well, I don't know why they said debut. So technically, I guess that is the question's fault. I was really hoping
toss that question out, bro. That's a bullshit question.
Good. I was hoping to tie things up here on a random chance, but nope.
We're still 9-0. Keep going.
Nas is a musician, songwriter, and producer, born in the Queensbridge Houses public housing project in Queens, New York City. He is considered one of the best rappers of all time, having his roots in the New York rap scene. What's the name of his debut album released in 1994? Was it The Diary, Illmatic? Was it was written, and Ready to Die?
It was written.
It was written. I'm going to say Illmatic. I was right. It was Illmatic. Ties it up.
It was Illmatic.
It was Illmatic. I was right. Woo!
Yeah.
Right. We're tied.
I was like, I kept seeing that other album cover. What song was it? That was his first album, Illmatic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I missed one.
Yeah. Brad Terrence Jordan, commonly known as by his stage name Scarface, is a rapper, producer, and politician from Texas. Really? I didn't know he was a politician. He was a member of what hip-hop group? Ghetto Boys, Outlaws, Face Mob, or UGK?
You go first.
I'm going to say Outlaws.
Huh?
Oh, nope. It wasn't Outlaws.
Ghetto Boys.
Ghetto Boys. You're right. Oh, okay. Taking the lead again. Nice. The Firm was a rap supergroup formed by Nas with Dre as the producer of Stevie Stout as his manager. Who else was part of the group? Was it AZ Foxy Brown? Was it Phife Dawg, Shahad Muhammad, and Jarab White, Method Man, or Flavor Flav?
You back in my territory. That's like I produced that record.
I know. I'm just like, oh crap! I'm gonna lose this one for sure.
Guess first, and then I'll tell you the answer.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say Method Man. No, damn. Was it Foxy Brown?
AZ and Foxy Brown.
It was. Oh my god! You know what? I felt like because you talked about it earlier that it was too obvious. So I went. Okay, yeah, I was totally off on that one. Damn. Okay, I'm losing it now. Tootsie Roll was the lead track from the debut album 199 Quad. The album sold 1 million copies in the U.S. and was certified platinum. Who sang Tootsie Roll? Was it 95 South? Was it K-Knock? Was it 69 Boys or Quad City DJs? Man.
Go first.
I know.
Name up again.
The four potential groups were, you want the song or the groups?
Groups.
The groups: 69 South, K-Knock, 69 Boys, or Quad City DJs. Now, I'm not going to say K-Knock because I'm not familiar with them. I'm going to say it's either 69 Boys or Quad City DJs. I'm going to go with Quad City DJs.
Tootsie Roll.
I can hear the song in my head. I just can't think of who sung it.
You know what? I think it's the Quad City DJs, but I'm going to 69 Boys.
Okay, you were right, 69 Boys. Damn. Oh man,
They got songs. They're from Atlanta.
Okay. It's it's horrible, especially there's lots of 80s 90s songs that I know almost every word to, and then all of a sudden like you ask me who sang it. Yeah, who sang it? I don't know. All right, the question. So we got 5 questions left. Lamont Coleman gained notoriety among underground hip-hop enthusiasts for his freestyling talent since the early 90s. He was signed to Columbia Records and managed group his debut album before getting assassinated. What was his nickname? So Lamont Coleman, was he Big Pun, Lord Finesse, Big Daddy Cole, or Big L? Oh, I have zero clue on this one. I'm going to go with... I'm going to say Big Daddy Cole, C.
I'm going to say Big L.
You're going to say Big L? Damn, you are right. Man, you know what? I think other than that one fluke that was poorly labeled, you're almost 100%.
Hey. No, I missed one. But they said assassinated, and that's the only... They killed him. Big L got killed. Assassinated. He got murdered.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. See, I'm not familiar with him, so that's again.
I'm hip hop.
Yeah. Okay. So here, I'm hoping I'm going to get this one. "Hit 'Em Up" was a legendary song by Tupac. The song contributed to its an exacerbation of East Coast West Coast. Yeah, I did say that right. East Coast West Coast hip hop rivalry. Just 3 months after the single publication, Tupac Shakur was assassinated. Who did he diss in the song? Was it Biggie Smalls, Diddy, Mobb Deep, or all of them?
Which one?
Ooh, so A is Biggie Smalls. In "Hit 'Em Up," was he dissing Biggie Smalls, Diddy?
I answer. I'm waiting for you to.
Oh, you're asking me. Okay, well, let me see. I'm trying to think.
One of those guys was he dissing?
I don't think he'd be ever dissing Biggie Smalls. I doubt Diddy. Maybe Diddy. I'm gonna go Mobb Deep.
You gonna go with Mobb Deep? I'm gonna go with all of them.
You're gonna go with all of them. Oh, you're right. He was dissing all of them.
That's
Oh, man.
Records, bro. Like 6 songs on this quiz.
That's okay. That's okay. You know what? That's just, it just proves that you not only were you around and obviously dealing with a lot of this yourself, but it proves you're true. You know all this shit, man. This is good. All right, we got 3 questions. Earl Simmons, better known as DMX, was a musician, songwriter, performer for the Yonkers. Sorry, from Yonkers, New York. His debut album was critically acclaimed and commercially successful. What was his debut album's name? Was it Grand Champ, DMX, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood? Is it Dark and Hell Is Not Hot? Or was it The Great Depression? I'm pretty sure that one was DMX, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood.
And what were the other choices? Thank you.
The other choices were Grand Champ, It's Dark and the Hell It's Not.
That one. That's the
in Dark. Okay. It's Dark and Hell Is Not.
Blood of My Blood and Flesh of My Flesh, and It's Dark and Hell Is Hot. Now I'm gonna go with the Blood of My Blood, Flesh of My Flesh. I'm gonna go with that one.
Are you sure? We're gonna both go for.
So, nah, bro.
I'm just saying my record's really bad, and that's why I'm choosing too. So.
It's Dark and Hell Is Hot.
So you're going In the Dark and Hell Is Hot?
Wait,
you are correct. You're correct. Yeah.
Dark and Hell Is Hot.
See, don't trust my judgment on me.
No, I was thinking to myself, I know Blood of My Blood, Flesh of My Flesh, and Blood of My Blood. You can't say that as a new artist. You got to say that after somebody knows who you are. That's the only. I didn't know which one, but I know It's Dark and Hell Is Hot sound like a debut album.
Okay, I did not know about.
I cheated. I used that skill.
Still, that I didn't even know about that. That's amazing. That would have been a great one to have in my pocket. All right, 2 questions left. Shook One by Mobb Deep featured one of the most passionately discussed and academic samples of music history. Who was this sample from? Was it A, Herbie Hancock, B, Miles Davis, C, Wayne Shorter, or D, who is that? Chick Corea.
And what was the thing song?
Shook Ones, part 2.
And they said, who was the sample from?
That's right.
And what were the choices?
Herbie Hancock, Miles Davis, Wayne Shorter, or Chick Corea.
So now who do you pick?
I'm saying Herbie Hancock.
That's wrong. I think it's Wayne Shorter, but I'm thinking it's Chick Corea. Wait a minute. Wayne Shorter. Let's say Chick Corea, but I'm pretty sure it was Wayne Shorter.
You're going to go Chick Corea?
Chick Corea.
No, it was not. It was
Wayne Shorter.
No, it was Herbie Hancock. I was right.
Oh God, you got that? Shook Ones is Herbie Hancock?
Oh my God, I got
Let
another one right.
Let me tell you why. Herbie Hancock doesn't clear his samples for rap ever.
Really?
Yeah, never.
Interesting.
Yeah, we had to. The one song we got, "Don't Matter, Just Don't Bite It."
Mm-hmm.
Use Headhunters, and that was in 1989. That was or 90. On the first, "Don't Matter, Just Don't Bite It." Was that on the first NWA album? No, that was Niggas for Life. So, if you notice, none of his songs have ever been sampled except for that. Yeah. I don't think that's right either. I think that's wrong. But I mean, you know, I'll go for that. Wayne Shorter is my answer, though.
You know what? Because I got it right, you have to give this one to me.
I would give it because it's on the paper. But I know Herbie Hancock don't clear his samples.
Oh my goodness. It's actually funny. I was reading something about Herbie Hancock earlier. Oh shoot, I wish I remember what it was now. Oh. Okay. America's Most Wanted was the debut album of Ice Cube, and it remains one of the most popular hip-hop albums in the 90s. Who produced it? Was it Beats by the Pound, Dr. Dre, The Bomb Squad, or Jay Dilla? Oh, no. Oh, we lost him. It's true. Yes, Mike. Oh, Rosie Perez is hot. Her voice is not, but she is. I really hope that we come back in on this one. I'm hoping Chris realized the feed got bumped. Yeah. We're going to give a couple minutes. I know we're going to round out the show very, very soon, and we only had 2 questions left, and clearly Chris was kicking my ass on this quiz, and that's fine. You want to turn it around and ask about Star Wars or Star Trek or something, I could probably kick his butt. Now, while we're waiting for him, actually, a quick little reference is, it's funny because I mentioned Star Trek. Apparently, in an interview, Chris was asked about Dre, and Dre was the Captain Kirk to his Spock, was the response that he had given to this interviewer, which I thought was really cool. So I was going to ask him some Star Trek questions just based on that, and I decided not to. I wanted to go with something in his wheelhouse to make sure that it's I don't know. I think it's always nice when the artists get a little bit of extra cred on knowing their surroundings and fellow artists. And little did I realize that the first few questions of his were totally literally his. So in his department. So we'll give that a few more questions. That really sucks that we got cut off. But we were talking to him earlier, and you should ask listeners to guess too. It's true. I could. It'd be so many answers sometimes, but you're right, Beth. We'll have to try to make sure we get one of the celebrities in to get our guests to win as well. As I was going to say, we were talking with Chris just before the show, and he was saying how he's got some endeavors happening up here in the BC area, a music label that is going to be coming up, and so he will hopefully be up in this area. And at some point, since he is very familiar with the Toronto-Ottawa corridor, maybe we will get a chance to see Chris in person. It's unfortunate. I'm wondering if maybe his phone died, because clearly he was on the move, and we'll still kind of kick around, and we'll give it a few more minutes. I know we got a few viewers popping in and out. We're sorry if when you came in you missed Chris. Hopefully he will come back. I'm thinking there was a bit of a technical issue on his side, or his phone died. Either way, it's been a really exciting kind of a show, real fun. Definitely love Chris because he's very, very down to earth, and he's got a lot of fun things to talk about. So especially with the Rosie Perez, very, very cool little backstory on that, and the whole Spike Lee joint. Little do you know, right? I mean, you don't know until you see these. It's great to actually have guests on the show, and truly, I don't think we've had such a real experience with a guest as we have with Chris, being in the van, being on the go between locations, and stopping at a Chick-fil-A. I am both super happy about that. I wish audio quality was a little bit better. Sometimes you run that risk when on the move, and with the cell phone, especially when you got a lot of ambient noise around you. But I think nonetheless, he had some pretty awesome things to say, and it was really, really cool to have him come and spend some time out of his busy work day and being on the show. I believe since he was probably over in California time, it was about 2 or 3 o'clock there. That's why it looks so bright and sunny, as opposed to when I look out the window in our Canadian atmosphere, and it might be sunny, but it is also wet and disgusting. And that beautiful I guess I'm going to say beautiful yellow gray grass color that's coming in because the snow is melting away. And I'm only saying that because the snow is melting away, but I can't wait for things to go to green. Well, as I don't see him coming back, I'm going to assume that his phone did die. Very, very unfortunate, because we were having a wonderful time. I would love to talk with him more, so we will have to invite Chris back on the show and have him again, maybe when he is a little bit more stationary and or has a power backup. and ask him a few more questions. But it was lovely having him. I do appreciate, of course, everybody being on the show, all the viewers, the questions and the comments that do come in. And we will look forward to seeing everybody next week. I believe next week we have the return of, oh no, actually we've got a very popular jazz band called Hirojo that's coming on the show. They're absolutely fantastic, and they're Canadian. They've been making a lot of waves, as well as Juno nominees. We've got, following that, the return of Randy Edelman. He's got a new album coming out, and I believe he's got a guest with him, so that will be kind of fun. And yeah, we've got another recording artist that's also, so we've got a lot of recording artists coming up. Music industry, of course, is booming. People are out and touring, and I believe Hirojo is actually even coming to the Kingston area on the 29th, I think, of the month. I'll confirm that a little bit later, especially when their show's coming up next week. So we'll get a chance to talk about them, and hopefully everybody will be back for that. In the meantime, again, a big thanks to Christoph Love Taylor, who was on the show. I would like to thank him myself, but unfortunately we lost him. And thanks to all of you. I do super appreciate all the listeners, all the watchers, and we continue to pop up in the Canadian comedy charts, which is always wonderful to see. And I can't do it. I can't do it without all of you. So please continue to come back, share it with your friends, and as always, I look forward to seeing everybody again next week. Take care, everybody.